Not all attempts on making the records are great. Some of them are just really funny and epic fails. What? Well, it's for you to believe. Make sure to stick to the end of the video for you to see it yourself. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. Let's start with number 1. The village chests are full of stuff he spawned in before the run, but he also finds an undying totem and lava buckets. The runner then dives into an underground ruined gateway at random. Then, before entering the portal, he changes the name of his axe. No way! 3 wither skulls murder a skeleton. After a lava jump, his items respawn in the overworld. A minecart route leads right to the fortification, ending in wither, but it fails. Before going home to pick up something, this runner approaches a hamlet residence. Yes, he has a residence with ender pearls for cave exploration. He's found the stronghold, but he's short on blazer, so instead of silverfish, the stronghold spawner produces blazes. No pillars in a mining shaft spawn this time. There's a tree. He slays a zombie with flaming rods. A rabbit kills him and spills ender pearls. Strangely, he stops talking and reverses inside the stronghold. No communication meant no command block output. After entering, he discovers a ladder on the pillar and uses it to climb up, breaking the crystal and moving on. He fails a MIG water bucket at the last crystal. This next run has to be one of the most hilarious I've ever seen. This guy begins by snatching a villager's bed and then pounding him severely. Now that he's on the run, it'll be interesting to see what happens when he chops down his tree. Now that he's in the stronghold and has some ender pearls, he can't seem to light the portal. He exits the portal, which is quite long. He ventures into the abyss and discovers a bulwark with a hidden enchanted chamber. When he returns to the overworld, though, he finds himself in the middle of a desert, but wait until you see what happens when he chops down this random tree. The runner then turns around and walks directly towards a horse with a saddle, something he definitely generated in before the run. After the runner has killed a few animals, he looks up his inventory and the newly gained meat is quickly fried when the speeder on her heads to the nether. He finds a fortification, but instead of flaming rods, he merely happens onto a random dispenser full of blaze rods, and when he kills a blaze, it only drops ender pearls. This is when things start to really get bizarre. He goes into the overworld and spawns in the middle of the jungle, where he stumbles upon a jungle temple. Sadly, due to the fall distance, he does not survive. The next runner enters a settlement, and the chests he finds aren't suspicious, which is unusual in these phony speed races. Then he finds a strange hole in the earth and does something bizarre. He went to the nether to get flame rods and ender pearls, but he didn't discover the fortress. He finds a parkour thing in the middle of nowhere, which is honestly hilarious. This run starts with a nearby village on fire, and the runner tries to retrieve goods from the houses but fails. Then he finds a ruined portal and a new settlement full of loot, most of it blatantly cheated in. He has a chest instead of a blaze spawner, and he doesn't even need eyes of ender. This is why the runner goes into a random cave and finds a book in a chest. The book starts with random letters and ends with a poem. Wait, it's simply Kanye's lyrics. This run originates from a Polish. After producing his world, he grabs some wood and relocates a village, which I've never seen before. He goes ahead and collects some flame rods, which didn't take long. Next to the gateway is a random cage filled with blazes where our speedrunner companion can summon Herobrine. Instead of drilling down to the stronghold, he gives up. The dragon fight isn't imaginative, but that's not surprising at this time. The following run comes from a repeat offender. He creates his world first, and as you can see, our speedrunner friend has an unfortunate encounter with the creeper and proceeds to loot the village as any good speedrunner would do, getting most of the gear he needs right away. However, when he goes to the ruined portal right next to the village and opens the chest, he finds blade rods, which as you can see are very dangerous. The fact that pretty much everything makes the run interesting. As an example, most individuals who make a false run put specified goods in naturally generated chests before speedrunning, but this person merely loads up a chest with gear mid-run. He also makes those be-like thumbnails by building an emerald tree, but it's not for a thumbnail. The runner mounts a pig that he evidently hatched in, judging by the saddle and the carrot on a stick. Strange because he's going to a town. He starts negotiating with villagers after plundering their blatantly staged loot chests, but they're all leveled up to master, which explains why they're all standing perfectly still. The runner enters the ruined portal straight in front of a blazing spawner. Back in the overworld, he kills an enderman, revealing the sword's magic. He simply scatters an ender pearl in the stronghold. But that's all the time I have for you guys today, so thank you guys for watching. We'll see you all next time, but until then, take care and goodbye.